How's it going, everyone? I'm here with Coach Kruger entering year one. Coach, how are you feeling into this season, and what have your first impressions been of BH since you've gotten here?
Well, my first impression of BH is nothing but excellent. I think the people here have been outstanding. They've treated me very well. Been very helpful. They've been very, as far as being able to work with the other staff members, it's been really good. The administration has treated me right. I have no complaints with anything. I've been treated in my first impressions. Of course, it's a beautiful place, and there's a tremendous amount of community support for women's basketball here, and it's very true. People come up to me everywhere I go and just talk about, hey, women's basketball, and excited to be here, and excited to see what's going to take place this coming season. With the players, our kids have worked really hard. They've done a really good job. They've really bought into what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor, and they've just been very good to work with. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. And Coach, it's a really young team. One senior, one junior, and the rest are sophomore and freshman. Just how do you handle with maybe a little bit of lack of experience, but also just how do you handle with just the team in general and kind of making sure there's a leadership there as well with such young team?
That's a good question, because I think you see sometimes our youth, the way some of the mistakes we make and that type of thing. But that's okay, because their energy, their effort, their competitive spirit has really superseded that. So I can understand some mistakes, because of our youth. But what's really been a positive and what's really been neat to see and be around is our competitive spirit and how we've really attacked each day in practice. Now, some days have been really good and some days have not been great. That's to be expected too. But overall, we've done a really good job as far as our kids have really handled the whole situation. And we just said too early on in our first meeting, we don't care there's a lot of newness. I'm new, our staff is really new. We've got a lot of newness with transfers and freshmen. With only one returning starter, there's a lot of newness, but we don't care. We're not going to use that as a crutch. That's not going to be an excuse. But so we're just approaching each day and trying to make the most out of each day, and our kids have done that.
Absolutely. Then, Coach, going into an off season like this, going into the season now, what are the things you're working on? Is it more implementing your scheme? Is it more getting the bonding between the players? What's kind of been the main focus of the actual team?
A little bit of all of that, trying to incorporate what I think is important as far as how we're going to play on both ends of the floor. The team bonding thing has been good. I think our chemistry is good right now. I think that our goal is, we're good teammates. Our goal is to end up being great teammates, and I think our kids have taken some good steps that way to get those things done. So I just feel like, I'm very positive about what we've done. I think we have a chance to have some fun this year and do some exciting things, and I just look forward to getting going.
And finally, Coach, what can you tell the fans what they can expect to see from BHS women's basketball this season?
Well, hopefully, great effort on the floor. I just mentioned yesterday in practice, I'd be really surprised if our kids just didn't really outwork everybody, because their practice habits have been very good as far as their work habits. So I think they'll see that on both ends of the floor. I think motion offense, I think they'll see some organized chaos. I think they'll see some kids they haven't seen in the past, even sophomores, step up and do some really neat things. So I think they're going to see a lot of intensity, great communication, hopefully, and they'll see some high competitive spirit. Let's put it that way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck to you.
Thank you, Zach.
Bye.